casino used to be a place, a building, a destination. You had to drive there, walk inside, take money out of your wallet, and eventually leave. But today, the casino follows you home. It sits in your pocket. It waits beside your bed at 2 a.m. And for millions of people, that tiny difference changed everything. Because what if I told you online casinos may actually be far more dangerous than real casinos? Not because the games are different, not because the odds are worse, but because they quietly removed every single thing that used to stop gambling addiction from spiraling out of control. And the scariest part? Most people don't even realize it's happening until the damage is already done. Today, we're breaking down exactly why online casinos are hooking people faster than ever, how they're changing gambling addiction forever, and why many recovery experts believe this is becoming one of the biggest mental health problems of the internet generation. Because gambling addiction is exploding almost everywhere. Now let's talk about the first reason online casinos are different. And trust me, this one changes everything. Here's something most people never think about. Real casinos had friction, and friction protects people. Think about it. If someone wanted to gamble in the past, they had to get dressed, leave the house, drive somewhere, bring money, sit at a table, face real people, and eventually go home. Every one of those steps slowed the process down. And slowing things down matters, because addiction loves speed. A real casino creates pauses, tiny moments where someone might stop and think, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I've lost enough. Maybe I should go home. Online casinos destroyed all of that. Now, you don't need a trip. You don't need a plan. You don't even need pants. You can gamble in bed, at work, in school, dinner, after a breakup, after losing money, after getting drunk, after saying, "This is my last time." The casino is already there, waiting, one tap away, and this changes gambling completely, because casinos used to be something you visited. Now they live inside your phone, and that tiny change created something much bigger, because once gambling enters your home, it stops feeling dangerous. It starts feeling normal. But what happens when something addictive becomes normal? That's where things start getting dark. Imagine losing $500 at a real casino. Eventually something interrupts you. Maybe security walks by. Maybe your friend says, "Bro, enough." Maybe you get tired. Maybe transportation becomes annoying. Maybe the casino itself slows you down. Online casinos? They never stop. Ever. It's 3 a.m.? Still open. Christmas morning? Still open. You just lost rent money? Still open. And this matters because addiction thrives in moments of weakness. Bad day? Open the app. Fight with your partner? Open the app. Feeling lonely? Open the app. Can't sleep? Open the app. There is no cooling off period. No distance. No barrier. Just instant access. And online gambling companies know exactly what they're doing. Lose money? A notification appears. Claim your bonus. Free spins waiting. Deposit now. Limited time offer. Imagine losing money at a casino. Then an employee follows you home, knocks on your bedroom door, and whispers, "Come back. One more spin." Sounds insane, right? That's basically your phone. But accessibility alone isn't the biggest problem. Because the next reason online casinos are dangerous, it changes how your brain works. Here's where things get scary. Addiction isn't only about losing money. It's about speed. A real blackjack table moves slowly. You sit down. Cards are dealt. People talk. The dealer moves. You think. You react. Online, everything becomes instant. Click, spin, lose, again, again, again. No waiting. No pauses. No breathing room. Hundreds of bets. Sometimes thousands. In a single night. And every spin triggers dopamine. Now here's the dangerous part. Your brain does not get addicted to winning. It gets addicted to possibility. The maybe. Maybe this next spin. Maybe this next hand. Maybe this comeback. That feeling becomes stronger the faster gambling moves. And online casinos know speed equals addiction. That's why everything feels so fast. Fast reloads, fast betting, fast animations, fast rewards. The goal? Keep you moving, keep you emotional, keep you clicking. Because the longer you stop, the more likely you are to think clearly. And casinos never want that. But speed isn't even the smartest trick they use. Because the next one messes with how your brain sees money itself. Have you noticed something weird about online casinos? They rarely feel like money. Real casinos use chips, physical objects. You hold them, you stack them, you physically feel loss. Online casinos changed that. Now it's coins, credits, tokens, bonus balance, reward cash, numbers on a screen. And psychologically, this is powerful, because your brain feels pain differently when money becomes invisible. Losing $100 cash hurts. Losing 10,000 coins feels fake, temporary, recoverable, almost like a video game, until your bank account reminds you it wasn't. And online casinos make this even worse with bonuses. Deposit $100, get $100 free, double rewards, VIP status. Suddenly it feels like you're getting value, like gambling is smart, like quitting now would waste opportunity. But here's the truth. Most bonuses are designed to keep you playing longer, because longer play means more exposure to the house edge. And over time, the math wins, almost every time. But if you think invisible money is manipulative, wait until you hear what algorithms are doing, because this next part feels almost evil. Real casinos treat everyone mostly the same. Online casinos, they study you, quietly, every click, every deposit, every loss, every emotional moment. They know what game hooks you when you usually gamble, how much pain you can tolerate when you're about to quit, and when to tempt you back. You stop playing? Email, notification, bonus, free spins, VIP offer, cashback, exclusive reward, and suddenly you're back. This isn't random. This is personalization. Think about that for a second. Imagine if a slot machine remembered exactly what made you emotional, then adjusted itself to keep you playing. That's modern gambling. And this gets even worse with young people, because younger generations are growing up with something previous generations never had. A casino in their bedroom. Your grandfather had to physically walk into a casino. Teenagers today, some don't even realize they're gambling. Crypto betting, skin gambling, prediction markets, casino streamers, Discord gambling bots, online roulette, sports betting apps. And suddenly gambling stops looking dangerous. It looks normal, funny, social, even cool, especially online, because social media turned gambling into entertainment. You see creators winning big, massive jackpots, crazy reactions, money flying everywhere. What you don't see, the losses, the debt, the panic, the addiction. Nobody uploads the moment they cry in their car after losing rent money. Nobody films themselves asking friends for loans. Nobody streams checking their bank account and seeing zero. But those moments happen every single day, and online gambling makes hiding addiction easier than ever, which leads to one of the biggest reasons experts fear it: isolation. A real casino is public. People notice things. You look stressed? Someone asks questions. Lose too much? Friends intervene. Embarrassment slows behavior. Online gambling removes witnesses. Nobody sees the panic. Nobody hears the redeposits. Nobody notices you gambling at 4 a.m. Nobody sees the shame. And addiction grows best in silence. Because silence protects denial. You tell yourself, I'll recover tomorrow. One win fixes this. I'm not addicted. I just got unlucky. And maybe the most dangerous lie gamblers tell themselves? This next session will recover everything. But recovery almost never comes, because the system is built differently than people think. And this next part might upset some people. Most people think gambling addiction starts with greed. It doesn't. It usually starts with hope. One win, one comeback, one lucky streak, one final deposit. That's the lie. And online casinos are masters at selling hope. Near wins, big animations, fireworks, celebration sounds. You lose $40, win back $3, and the app celebrates like you hit the lottery. Why? Because your brain remembers emotion more than math. And emotionally, feels like progress, even when it isn't. The truth is brutal. The longer you gamble, the more the odds catch up. And the faster online gambling moves, the faster that damage happens. Which brings us to the uncomfortable question. Are online casinos actually worse than real casinos? Honestly, for many people, yes. Not because they changed gambling, but because they removed every natural barrier that used to slow addiction down. Real casinos were buildings. Online casinos became ecosystems. They used to close. Now they stay open forever. They used to require effort. Now they fit inside your pocket. And maybe the darkest part of all? For millions of young people, their first casino isn't in Las Vegas. It's their phone. So next time someone says, "It's just online gambling," ask yourself something. If something follows you home, learns your habits, tracks your emotions, tempts you when you're weakest, and never lets you fully walk away, was it ever really just gambling? Or was it something much bigger? And if you made it this far, comment one word: awake. Because once you understand how these systems work, you never look at online casinos the same way again.